In 2009, Time magazine released the now popular article entitled, "Why It's Time to Retire the 401k." In the article, author Stephen Gandel writes about retiree Robert Shively, who spent 36 years working full-time for a chemical plant that cut the traditional pension plan for a 401k system. However, after many years of hard work and multiple market crashes, Mr. Shively once again found himself working, but this time as a cart mechanic for the Niagara Falls Country Club at the age of 68. Every day, anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 people are retiring, so you can only imagine how many of these retirees are actually retiring comfortably. Now is the time to ask yourself, are you and your family secure in your current situation? Well, the first variable to consider is what is called the wealth formula. We can agree that in order to know how to become wealthy, you have to know the factors that constitute wealth. The first factor, of course, being the amount of money you invest. Next is the amount of time you give that money to build, plus the growth rate of your investment, minus inflation and minus taxes. That's what equals wealth. Next, there are the four cornerstones of a strong financial future, which include high growth, an investment safe from losses, tax advantages, and protection for your family. These are the methods that anybody looking to save or retire comfortably should acknowledge. So, according to the four cornerstones, let's take a look at a side-by-side comparison of places most people typically like to invest their hard-earned dollars. As you can see, the traditional 401k, IRA, and stock market can't offer much but growth. Only a savings account can offer safety, and only real estate offers a tax advantage. However, the Index Universal Life Account meets all requirements. With growth, that has averaged over 8% in the last 20 years of economic crisis. Tax advantages, which allow tax-free withdrawals and a tax-free retirement. Protection for your family if anything happens to you with a tax-free, probate-free insurance benefit. And safety, with a 1% flow rate to keep your money away from any market downturns. Fox Business released an article in 2012 referring to the IUL as legally cutting out the tax man in retirement, and starting off their piece by stating, "The life insurance industry has the best IRS-approved retirement savings plan today, and most investors know nothing about it." Author Scott Mann also goes on to say, "You insure nearly every other aspect of your life, your health, your home, your vehicles. Why not protect your safe, comfortable retirement against the risks we can't predict and can't afford to recover from on our own? And why not cut out the tax man in the process?" These are all legal and totally above-board established life insurance principles. It may sound too good to be true, but it's just what life insurance is and does. Yet the general public, and even many financial advisors, have absolutely no idea that a tax-free, market risk-free, gains locked-in, congressionally approved solution has been sitting right under their noses for 14 years. With that being said, it's time to take control of your own destiny. As most of us are well aware of, the current financial industry is failing. In 2009, 140 banks closed, and another 157 in 2010. Add that to the 92 that closed in 2011, and you have nearly 400 failed banks within a 3-year span. Here's a look at the instability of the bear market, which has averaged 2 major losses every 10 years for the past 40 years. When taking into consideration that retirement is typically a 20 to 40-year investment, the market is not a safe place to save. Also, with investors' return rates not even beating the increased cost of living, and real estate and stock market losses amounting to nearly $11 trillion, investment options are dooming. Even now in the 21st century, we have not had the luxury of participating in a stable market, with some of the major crashes being the 9/11 market crash, the dot-com bubble burst, the 2008-2012 housing bubble burst, and the 2011 crash, when the U.S. credit rating was downgraded from AAA to AA+ after maintaining AAA since 1941. The section highlighted states, the S&P financial sector saw losses of minus 23% between the first 2 quarters of 2011. And while using the S&P 500 as an index to participate in gains, the IUL's 1% floor rate keeps you safe from any losses. As you can see, for the 5 months the S&P 500 was below 1% resulted in a $16,000 difference for the year. Let's take a quick look at the yearly return averages of investment vehicles for the past 20 years. While the S&P 500 has been standing at a strong 8.2%, just about every other vehicle falls short. With stocks and bonds at 6.3%, CD accounts at 3.5%, homes at 2.7%, and investors at 2.3%, you have to ask yourself, where's most of your money invested? And is your money in a taxable, tax-deferred, or tax-free account? Now, keep those figures in mind as we take a look at how much you're actually getting back on your investment. According to the rule of 72, you can take any interest rate you're given, divide it by 72, and the result is the amount of time it will take to double your money. As you can see, at 4%, it will take 18 years for your money to double once. But remember, most investment vehicles don't average even close to 4%. At 8%, your money will double every 9 years, and at 12%, every 6 years. Here's where the rate of return factor reveals itself. The difference between the same $10,000 investment saved for 36 years growing at 4% versus 12% is $600,000. So, with understanding the importance of the 4 cornerstones, take the final test. Can what you have now potentially grow to achieve your goal? Is it safe enough? Does it have tax advantages? And does it have the proper protection for your family? If not, we have something that will. Thank you.